Oh, hello there, lovely soul. Pull up a comfy chair, won't you? Maybe grab a cup of your favorite tea, chamomile, perhaps, or something with a bit of a kick. Today, we're about to embark on a truly delightful journey together, one that promises to sprinkle a little extra joy and a lot of extra years into our lives. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Longevity? At my age, isn't that a bit like closing the barn door after the horses have bolted? And to that, I say, with a twinkle in my eye, nonsense. It's about opening a new barn door, one filled with sunshine and wildflowers. You see, for years, we've heard whispers, read snippets, and maybe even chuckled at headlines about these magical places on Earth. The blue zones. Places where folks don't just live to a ripe old age, they thrive to a ripe old age. We're talking 90s, 100s, and beyond, with a twinkle in their eye, a spring in their step, and often a mischievous grin that says, "I've seen a thing or two, and I'm still ready for more." And honestly, who doesn't want a piece of that pie? But here's the thing, it's not about packing your bags and moving to Okinawa, Japan, or Sardinia, Italy, or Loma Linda, California, or Nicoya, Costa Rica, or Ikaria, Greece, though a nice vacation is always a good idea. No, the real secret is that these longevity secrets are surprisingly adaptable, remarkably simple, and wonderfully you-friendly. So let's peel back the layers, shall we? Let's uncover the wisdom from these extraordinary corners of the world and see how we can gently, easily, and joyfully weave them into the rich tapestry of our lives right here, right now. Because funny thing is, the true magic isn't in some exotic potion or a secret handshake. It's in the everyday, the ordinary, the things that truly nourish our souls as much as our bodies. The gentle rhythm of movement. More wiggle, less worry. When we think about healthy living, often our minds jump straight to grueling workouts, right? Images of people sweating profusely, grunting under heavy weights, or pounding the pavement for miles. And let's be honest, for many of us, that's about as appealing as a lukewarm cup of dishwater. But here's the beautiful, liberating truth from the blue zones. Their residents aren't training for marathons. They're just moving, constantly, naturally, and often, without even thinking about it. Imagine for a moment a spry centenarian in Okinawa, tending to their garden, bending and stooping, harvesting fresh vegetables. Or a spirited woman in Sardinia, walking up and down the hilly streets of her village, visiting friends, running errands. No gym memberships, no fancy equipment. Just life, lived on foot, with purpose. Think about it. How many times a day do we find ourselves planted firmly on the sofa, remote in hand, perhaps with a tempting snack nearby? And don't get me wrong, a good binge watch session has its place. But what if we sprinkled in a few more moments of gentle motion? A walk around the block, a stroll in the park, a bit of light gardening, even just dancing in your living room to your favorite tunes. And yes, those old records still sound fantastic, don't they? A chuckle of delight as you twirl to a song that brings back memories. The key here isn't about breaking a sweat. It's about breaking up long periods of sitting. It's about finding joy in movement, not viewing it as a chore. Remember when we were children, how effortlessly we moved, how naturally we played. We tumbled, we ran, we explored. Somewhere along the way, many of us lost that innate connection to movement. The blue zones remind us to reclaim it. It's not about becoming an athlete. It's about becoming a mover, a gentle explorer of your own space. Stretch a little, reach a little, sway a little. Your body will thank you, and honestly, your mind will too. There's something truly liberating about feeling your muscles gently engage, about feeling the warmth of circulation, about simply feeling alive in your own skin. And guess what? A body that moves freely is often a body that sleeps soundly, a mind that thinks clearly, and a spirit that feels lighter. The power of plants, eating like our ancestors with a modern twist. Now let's talk about food. Oh, glorious food. For many of us, mealtime is a source of comfort, tradition, and pure pleasure. And isn't it wonderful to know that the folks in the blue zones aren't depriving themselves? Far from it. But here's their delicious secret. Their plates are overflowing with vibrant, wholesome, plant-based goodness. We're talking about hearty beans, colorful vegetables, delicious fruits, and whole grains. Meat is often a celebratory dish, enjoyed perhaps once a week, if at all, and in much smaller portions than we're accustomed to. It's about eating closer to the earth, embracing the bounty of nature. Think about a steaming bowl of minestrone soup, bursting with vegetables, or a colorful salad with chickpeas and fresh herbs, or a delicious lentil stew. Doesn't that just sound so nourishing? Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, but I love my steak, and that's perfectly all right. This isn't about strict diets or drastic overhauls. It's about gentle shifts, mindful additions. Could you try a meatless Monday? Or perhaps add an extra serving of vegetables to your dinner plate. Swap out a sugary snack for a piece of fruit? Or experiment with different types of beans and lentils. They're incredibly versatile and packed with goodness. One of the fascinating things about the blue zones is that they often grow their own food. Imagine the satisfaction of picking a sun-ripened tomato from your own garden or gathering fresh herbs for your evening meal. Even if you don't have a sprawling garden, a few pots on a balcony with some fresh herbs can make a world of difference. There's something deeply satisfying about connecting with your food from the ground up, don't you think? It's not just about what you eat, but how you connect with it, how you prepare it, and how you savor it. Remember the stories of our grandparents, perhaps, who grew much of what they ate. There's a timeless wisdom there, a respect for the earth and its offerings. And honestly, food tastes so much better when you know where it comes from and have put a little love into preparing it. Purpose with a capital P, the Ikigai and Plan de Vida. This one is perhaps the most profound and soul-stirring secret of them all. In Okinawa, they call it Ikigai, your reason for being, your purpose in life. In Nicoya, Costa Rica, it's Plan de Vida, your life plan. It's about having a reason to wake up in the morning, something that gives your days meaning and direction. And this isn't about grand, world-changing endeavors, though those are wonderful too. It's about the simple, everyday things that bring you joy and a sense of contribution. It could be volunteering at a local charity, teaching a skill you love, nurturing your grandchildren, pursuing a passion project, or simply being a loving presence in your community. I remember speaking to a wonderful woman, well into her 90s, who still dedicated a few hours each week to knitting blankets for newborns at the local hospital. Her fingers, though a little gnarled with age, moved with a steady rhythm, and her eyes sparkled as she spoke of the joy those blankets would bring to new families. She had a purpose, a quiet, beautiful purpose that kept her engaged and feeling valuable. Think about it. What truly lights you up? What makes your heart sing? Is it tending to your garden? Writing stories? Painting? Spending time with loved ones? Learning something new? Even if it's just the quiet satisfaction of mastering a new recipe or keeping your home tidy and welcoming, these things contribute to your sense of purpose. When we have something to look forward to, something that gives us a reason to get out of bed, life simply feels richer, doesn't it? It's a gentle reminder that we still have so much to offer, so much to experience, and so much wisdom to share. The world still needs you. Community and connection, weaving a tapestry of belonging. Now, let's talk about something that truly warms the heart: connection. The blue zones are not just places where people live long. They're places where people are deeply, intrinsically connected to their families, their friends, and their communities. Loneliness, it seems, is a far greater adversary than any disease. Imagine gathering with loved ones for a meal, sharing laughter and stories. Picture neighbors helping each other out, whether it's tending to a garden or sharing a recipe. Think about the comfort of knowing you're part of something larger than yourself, a supportive network that catches you when you stumble and celebrates your triumphs. In Sardinia, for example, the elderly are highly revered, their wisdom sought after and cherished. In Loma Linda, the Seventh-day Adventist community shares a strong sense of shared values and mutual support. It's about feeling seen, heard, and valued. For many of us, as we age, our social circles can sometimes shrink. Friends move away, family might be distant. But this is precisely when cultivating connection becomes even more vital. How can we nurture our existing relationships? A phone call, a handwritten letter, an email, or if possible, a visit. Could you join a local club or a senior center? Volunteer for a cause you care about? Even just a friendly wave and a chat with a neighbor can make a difference. Remember, connection isn't always about grand gestures. It's about the small, consistent acts of reaching out, of offering a listening ear, of sharing a smile. It's about creating that warm, fuzzy feeling of belonging. Because when we feel connected, when we feel loved and supported, our spirits soar and our resilience grows. It's a fundamental human need, as essential as food and water, to feel part of a tribe, to feel that we matter to others. And frankly, a good belly laugh shared with a friend is just about the best medicine there is. Don't you agree? Downshifting and de-stressing. Finding your calm in the chaos. Life, as we know, can be a whirlwind even in our later years. There are worries, responsibilities, and sometimes simply too much on our plates. But in the blue zones, there's an inherent understanding of the importance of downshifting, finding ways to distress, to slow down, to simply be. In Ikaria, Greece, people take daily naps. In Okinawa, they observe a moment of gratitude before meals. It's about consciously creating pockets of peace in your day, moments where you can release tension and recharge. Think about what truly calms you. Is it reading a good book? Listening to soothing music? Meditating for a few minutes? Spending time in nature? Feeling the sun on your face or the gentle breeze on your skin? Perhaps it's a quiet cup of tea, just you and your thoughts. We often carry so much tension in our bodies, don't we? Our shoulders might be hunched, our jaws clenched. Taking a few deep breaths, stretching gently, or simply stepping away from whatever is causing you stress, even for a few minutes, can work wonders. This isn't about avoiding life's challenges. It's about building resilience, about having strategies to navigate the bumps in the road without letting them overwhelm you. It's about remembering that while we can't control everything that happens to us, we can control how we respond. And a calm, centered mind is a powerful ally in the journey of life. Funny how sometimes the most productive thing we can do is absolutely nothing at all, just for a little while. A little bit of joyful indulgence. Here's a delightful lesson from the Blue Zones. Life isn't just about discipline, it's also about savoring small pleasures in good company. In places like Sardinia and Ikaria, people embrace moments of simple joy, often shared with friends and family over delicious food and laughter. The key here isn't excess, but mindful enjoyment, allowing yourself to experience pleasure without guilt. It's about the warmth of connection, the ease of relaxation, and the happiness found in little rituals. What are your small, joyful indulgences? A piece of dark chocolate? A perfectly brewed cup of coffee? A favorite dessert, enjoyed slowly and without regret? These moments of pure delight nourish the soul and add sparkle to your day. Life isn't about constant deprivation. It's about balance and appreciation. Savor the sweetness, both literally and figuratively. And remember, a happy heart is a healthy heart. So, as we gently wind down our little chat, I hope you're feeling a warm glow of possibility. Because the incredible truth about the blue zones isn't that they hold some unattainable secret. It's that their secrets are simply about living in a way that nurtures our whole selves, body, mind, and spirit. It's about embracing movement as a natural part of your day, not a dreaded chore. It's about filling your plate with delicious, vibrant foods that nourish you from the inside out. It's about finding your unique purpose, that spark that gets you out of bed with a smile. It's about weaving a rich tapestry of connections with the people you love in your community. It's about finding your calm amidst the chaos and allowing yourself those small, joyful indulgences that make life so wonderfully sweet. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being present. It's not about doing everything all at once. It's about taking small, gentle steps, one day at a time. Pick one thing from our conversation today that resonated most with you. Perhaps it's a commitment to a daily walk, or adding more vegetables to your meals, or reaching out to an old friend. Start there. See how it feels. And then, when you're ready, gently add another. Remember, every single day is an opportunity to choose joy, to choose health, to choose life to its fullest. Your journey is unique and precious. And you, with your wisdom, your experiences, and your beautiful spirit, have so much more to give and so much more to live. Embrace these gentle secrets, adapt them for your wonderful self, and watch as your life blossoms with renewed vigor, laughter, and perhaps a few more delightful years than you ever imagined. If this resonated with you, share it with someone you love. Perhaps a friend, a family member, or anyone who might benefit from a little dose of warmth and encouragement. Because spreading joy and wellness is, after all, one of the greatest secrets to a long and happy life.